XTC Band. XTC were an English rock band formed in Swindon in 1972. Fronted by songwriters Andy Partridge, guitars, vocals, and Colin Moulding, bass, vocals, the band gained popularity during the rise of punk and new wave in the 1970s, later playing in a variety of styles that ranged from angular guitar riffs to elaborately arranged pop. Partly because the group did not fit into contemporary trends, they achieved only sporadic commercial success in the UK and US, but attracted a considerable cult following. They have since been recognized for their influence on post-punk, Britpop and later power pop acts. Partridge and Moulding first met in the early 1970s and subsequently formed a glam outfit with drummer Terry Chambers. The band's name and lineup changed frequently, and it was not until 1975 that the band was known as XTC. In 1977, the group debuted on Virgin Records and were subsequently noted for their energetic live performances and their refusal to play conventional punk rock, instead synthesizing influences from ska, 1960s pop, dub music and the avant-garde. The single Making Plans for Nigel, 1979, marked their commercial breakthrough and heralded the reverberating drum sound associated with 1980s popular music. Between 1979 and 1992, XTC had a total of 10 albums and 6 singles that reached the UK Top 40, including Sergeant Rock, Is Going to Help Me, 1980, and Senses Working Overtime, 1982. After 1982's English settlement, the band stopped concert touring and became a studio-based project centered on Partridge, Moulding, and guitarist Dave Gregory. A spin-off group, the Dukes of Stratosphere, was invented as a one-off excursion into 1960s-style psychedelia, but as XTC's music evolved, the distinctions between the two bands lessened. XTC continued to produce more progressive records, including the album Skylarking, 1986, Oranges and Lemons, 1989, and None Such, 1992. In the US, Mayor of Simpleton, 1989, was their highest charting single, while Dear God, 1986, was controversial for its anti-religious message. Due to poor management, XTC never received a share of profits from record sales, of which there were millions, nor from touring revenue, forcing them into debt throughout the 1980s and 1990s. In 1993, they went on strike against Virgin, citing an unfair recording contract, and soon extricated themselves from the label. Gregory left the band during the making of Apple Venus Volume 1, 1999, after which the XTC name briefly served as a banner for what were effectively solo efforts by Partridge and Moulding. In 2006, Partridge announced that his creative partnership with Moulding had disintegrated, leaving XTC in the past tense. Moulding and Chambers briefly reunited as the duo TC and I in the late 2010s. Partridge and Gregory remain musically active. After Star Park opened for Thin Lizzy in May 1973, the band renamed themselves the Helium Kids. Partridge's musical conceptions were blown away upon hearing the New York Dolls. I suddenly just wanted to play 3 chords again and get out my mum's makeup and stuff. He subsequently wrote hundreds of songs for the Helium Kids, and some demo tapes were sent to Decca Records. NME ran a small profile on the up-and-coming band, which consisted of Partridge, Moulding, Chambers and guitarist Dave Cartner. They aspire to attain the impossible dream of being able to throw a TV or 2 out of the window of an American hotel and have no one complain. This version of the group lasted until 1975, when the Helium Kids decided to rebrand themselves and change their music to 3-minute pop songs that were fast and inventive. Gregory auditioned for the band at this juncture, but did not end up joining. His musicianship was determined to be too good.